The girl never expected that the idol she had saved money to support for so long would be standing on the rooftop ready to commit suicide. She panicked completely, rushed onto the rooftop, and pulled Taman back from the edge of death. It turned out Taman believed that failing to become the center position meant he had disappointed his fans and no longer had any value in living. But he didn't realize that his heartfelt performance during the competition had already left an unforgettable mark in the hearts of his fans. So in Yutej's eyes, he would always be the center in fans' hearts. But what Taman cared about even more was the place he held in Yutej's heart. He had long noticed that Yutej and Sakuri seemed unusually close. The two even visited each other's homes often, so he constantly worried that Yutej would abandon him and switch to supporting Sakuri. But because of Taman's insecure personality, he didn't dare say his concerns out loud, so Yutej couldn't hear what he was trying to say at all. Seeing this, Yutej told him that if he had anything to say, he must say it clearly. She would listen until he felt relieved. Hearing this, Taman seemed to regain some spirit, but the next second, he grabbed Yutej's arm tightly and forbade her from getting close to Sakuri again. But as soon as he said it, Taman realized he wasn't Yutej's boyfriend and had no right to say such things. Taman didn't understand why he had become like this, but whenever he saw Yutej and Sakuri together, his heart felt unbearably painful. It affected his work severely, and in one moment, he even lost the will to live. But for Yutej's sake, he would work even harder from now on. As long as he could make Yutej happy, he was willing to do anything. Such an extreme display from Taman naturally made Yutej feel a bit frightened. Although the competition results did deal a heavy blow to Taman, Yutej believed the idol she liked would never say such self-deprecating things, so she casually found an excuse and decided to let Taman calm down while she went home first. But before she could leave the rooftop, Taman suddenly hugged her tightly.
俺がどんなにダメでも木下さんは俺だけを押してください。じゃないと俺死にます。
The moment Taman finished speaking, Yutej felt threatened, but even if he hadn't said it, the only idol she would ever support was Taman. Yutej told him she hoped he wouldn't casually talk about dying, because he was the idol she had always loved. Hearing the answer he wanted, Taman finally calmed down from his anxiety. He returned to his usual self, but their intimate contact just now made Yutej so overwhelmed that she fainted. Neither of them expected that danger was quietly approaching. Their intimate moment earlier had already been witnessed by another idol. Although Kito was an idol, he secretly believed all fans were idiots. As long as he acted like a good person on TV, fans would easily fall for him. Even if he became the center and was attacked by haters, there would always be endless fans defending him. Sakuri felt disgusted by Kito's behavior, thinking he was nothing but human trash. But what interested Kito more at the moment was the unfamiliar girl beside Taman, so he asked Sakuri if he knew anything about her. Hearing this, Sakuri became so flustered he couldn't speak properly, because he liked Yutej. So Sakuri confessed to Kito that Yutej was the woman he would win over someday, and that she was also a diehard fan of Taman. Meanwhile, Taman wanted to thank Yutej for taking care of him, so he decided to make her a cake himself. But as a first-time cook, Taman was clumsy. He remembered that every year on his birthday, fans would make birthday cakes for him. Even though he couldn't eat them, he always felt happy inside. Hearing this, Yutej felt deeply touched. Fans would be moved to tears if they heard that, because those cakes were filled with their love. But the moment love is mentioned, Taman suddenly had an idea. He wanted to hide his own love inside the cake too.
木下さんが美味しく食べてくれますように。木下さんがこれからもずっと来てくれますように。
逆にいいんですか？
木下さんが俺のこと嫌いになりませんように。
なるわけない。
裏切りませんように。浮気しませんように。一生他の人類に興味持ちませんように。
The scene looked like some kind of cursed ritual, and it scared Yutej quite a bit. She felt Taman had been acting very strange lately. After all, what idol would say such ambiguous things to a fan? Soon the cake was finished, although it looked like a piece of dark cuisine. In Yutej's eyes it was more precious than gourmet food. Taman invited her to stay and eat it with him tonight, but Yutej wanted to keep some distance between them, and felt accepting the gesture was enough. She absolutely couldn't eat a cake made by her idol. Hearing this, Taman was instantly crushed. Just as Yutej was about to leave, Taman suddenly blocked her path with the cake.
食え。一切れでもいいからな。いいだろ。受け入れろよ俺の愛。こんなこと。
Although the cake had no taste at all, Yutej still felt incredibly happy. Under Taman's enthusiastic invitation, she stayed and ate the cake. Seeing Taman staring at her intensely, Yutej praised the cake as delicious. But the current Taman felt unfamiliar to her. She originally treated him like a cute puppy who needed gentle care, but the puppy suddenly started acting very strange. Yutej finally realized that whenever she tried to reject Taman, he would deliberately switch his personality, because he knew that version of himself would make Yutej soften and accept him. Without realizing it, Yutej had been completely controlled by Taman. This state was far too dangerous for her, so Yutej told Taman that she needed to go home. Taman giving her excessive fan service like this was like cheapening himself as an idol. She couldn't let him continue down this path. From now on, she needed to maintain distance, so that even if Taman lived alone, he could still live strongly.
クリームついてます。ここ。
大丈夫です。近寄らないでください。
遠慮なんかしなくていいよ。 俺とお前の仲だろ宴。
またやった。
Although she was rational in her heart, whenever she interacted with her idol, Yudich couldn't help but feel her heart race. Taman was gloomy and pessimistic by nature, and was used to reading people's emotions, so he often hit her weak spots precisely. And the reason he did all this was because
俺のことかっこいいって思ってくれてるから。